Who's gonna check me, Owen, man? No one can check me, bro. West Brom 3, the best team I ever saw at 5-side.
Because I've never been to a regional or a national ever in my life, and you've got 8 teams there.
Now we will jump on the pitch and people say, bro, it's this shit team again. You know what I mean? like we had no respect.
Big up Turbo.
Yeah, big up Turbo, man. Putting on the big tournaments, innit?
Yeah, you lot speak for yourself.
Obviously, look, I don't have a top 10. When Roots are just asking my opinion, I feel like the next 5 could always like change. But getting to you, Omed, they said you lot were fighting for £30.
5-a-side has been some people's football where they don't play 11s.
They've won 26 nationals as a team. Some teams have won 1 or 2. And look at how they're behaving.
I've played against Primetime Kings, Lil Has, Toby Coker, Rio, Tops.
If I took that team, and I placed them into this generation now, they'll win every tournament.
We got man in the middle.
I don't know who you are.
And I think players are a lot more selfish. I mean, we're talking Delta.
Listen, when you go to the top 5, we're talking Premier League. Who would you say these teams are? So you got B2R, Starz, SL7, Scorpions, and Dons.
Arsenal.
I would say, I'd say the
Yo, my people, welcome to the B2R podcast, Back to Reality, with your 2 hosts, KO5 and Owen.
Let's go.
We're here today with 2 very important guests, 2 pioneers of the 5-a-side, from the old school to the new school. Firstly, I'd like to introduce a man that's won multiple nationals, managed great teams over the years and still on the circuit and has a lot of experience in the game. That's my good friend, family, Mr. Ike from Filthy Starz.
Come on, man. Big gaffer.
And to his left, another friend, part of the family, been on a journey for a long time, entered multiple nationals, won multiple tournaments, manager / keeper, Mr. Omed from SL7.
Oh, nice. Slow's in the house. We got Slow.
Come on. Debut. SL7 to be precise. Come on.
SL7, man.
Big up style though too.
So as we always say, people, this podcast is no filter, no lies, nothing but the truth, no agendas, even if it incriminates ourselves. Yeah, so
Straight from the source.
straight from the source. So moving on with the show, I just firstly like to thank you both for taking the time to come to the podcast and sit and give us your knowledge and wisdom and
pleasure, man.
your opinion on certain situations that's happened in the last couple of years in tournaments. So we'll start with Ike. Ike, how are you finding tournaments and teams of today?
Okay, so first and foremost, Kurt, Owen, massive honour. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And also just want to pay my respects to Strapsy's dad as well, a giant of a human being. And my condolences goes out to all the SE Dons family. So going back to your question, so repeat it again for me, please.
I was just asking, like, what do you think about the tournaments and the teams and players of today?
What compared to to the previous?
No, we'll get to that, but I'm just saying, what's your
I think it's changed somewhat. Obviously, I've been doing 5-a-side since 2005. I started doing tournaments in 2010. So I do find it quite strange when I hear certain people make claims and they've only been doing it for a couple of years. That bit is I try and stay out of. I would like to say it's evolved because of social media for the better. But then I think with the introduction of Ballers League, it's gone in a different direction. Now players are getting paid now, and I think players are a lot more selfish. I mean, we're talking no filter.
Yeah.
So I think the loyalty's completely gone. Players that I know, players that I played against, players that I look around have got huge egos. And a lot of people now only care about themselves, whereas before it was all about the team. The team. When you was part of a team, you used to look out for the team. Now, see, I know lots and lots of people. People are only interested in, am I going to get paid to turn up at a tournament? When am I going to get the next check? Can I be bothered to turn up? If it's worth me turn up for a bag.
Yeah.
And so from that perspective, it is a shame. But also, on a positive note, it's exciting. I just wish those that I played with 10 years ago got to experience what a lot of the people experience now. But I'm also fortunate that my son, who turns 18 in December, him and all his friends have got a real opportunity to enjoy this new world of social media. Even just being on a podcast with the two of you now, it's a positive thing. Because back in the day, you wouldn't really have a voice to speak. And I thank you both for having me here. But I think to myself, it's positive and negative. The positive side, it's exciting, but it's a shame that a lot of the players rather look to work together. They look to divide. And that's one of the things that binds me and Owen, we're fierce rivals, and you as well. Obviously you are B2R and I'm Filthy, but what binds us, we still try to work together. And we have that respect between us. And I wish it was like that more and more, but it's a new world we live in with social media where everyone could be a keyboard warrior and make statements and narratives and then they run with it. But, I try and focus on the positives. So yeah.
Big up Baller League, because obviously I played in the first season and it's great for the up and coming kids. But this is why we're doing this podcast, because Fives, small-sided football has been going on in the UK for a hell of a long time, but it's only getting noticed now. And that's why we're doing this podcast, because five-a-side has been some people's football where they don't play 11s, that they play fives. And some people's put their time, effort way before the Baller League come out. And a lot of people don't know about this. This is why we made the podcast, so that people can understand that we've been striving to get small-sided football to where it is. And I thank Baller League for the efforts and what they're doing right now. And I'm grateful I was able to be a part of it. But do you think it's the Baller League's fault of the payments, or do you think it's the up-and-coming managers that are now offering money to players to come and play in the small-sided circuit?
No, I think the Baller League has given players a fantastic opportunity. I think what Baller League has done is given small-sided football the opportunity to be the forefront. So traditionally, you would have professional football, semi-pro, then Sunday league. Now, with the Baller League, it's gone right up there. And you could arguably say, outside of watching the Premier League, most children today would rather watch Baller League than watch Div 1, Div 2. If you ask a child, who do you know in terms of footballers, they don't know Saturday footballers. They know Baller League. They know Premier League footballers. They know Baller League. They don't know Sunday League. They know Baller League. So Baller League have given players an opportunity to make a name for themselves. It's how the player runs with that opportunity they're given. So some players will embrace it and look to try and work with others and collaborate with others and embrace it in the right way. Whereas others will, perhaps be more selfish and say, what's in it for me?
All right, come on, I've got to give you your flowers. Listen, like you said, our relationship is good. I remember I said in the last episode, I remember the first time I entered Starz League, that's when I met the real world in terms of you lot that are the pioneers that have been doing it. And I remember I said it the last one, that we will jump on the pitch and people will say, bro, it's this shit team again. You know what I mean? like we had no respect in that place, but big up you, man. You sat me down, you used to show us love. You showed me that I had something there. What I needed to build on, what I need to work on. And yeah, man, since then, obviously I've gone from strength to strength. We've linked up in a lot of tournaments. We've won a lot together. You're still winning. That's why I say, look, a lot of guys take breaks and stuff like that, but you have still been there. Even when sometimes it looks like, okay, there was a point where we were dominating, it was looked like we're wiping everyone out. You came back, humbled us quickly. End of the year, Starz League was still here, you get what I'm saying? And this year, I feel like you've gone from strength to strength. Project 17, done your thing, tough tournament, got to the final, unlucky to win that one, and Turbo, you get me? Put your hands up if you got Turbo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at Turbo with this here. And yeah, man, done your thing there as well. One in the penalty shot, but listen, it's not by mistake, you're always there, innit? The other day, we entered the charity tournament, All Nations tournament, you get me? Big up Mist. I got a big up Mist. Proud Sports sponsoring the B2R podcast. Listen, we got quite a few bottles in that tournament. You had to leave early, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to give you your bottle. I took yours, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
But you know, it's always love from me, from B2R, man. You've always shown us love. And the rivalry is enjoyable, man. I can't lie. I do like beating. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from losing to you guys. I came from seeing you guys at the top. So I want to be with the guys at the top to know that I'm there. But yeah, man, bro. I want to thank you again, obviously, for coming in. But bro, I got to give you your flowers. Like, you're a top guy for. You always show us love. You know? Yeah, man. Like, maybe we continue competing, innit? Yeah. Like, all these ballers league, everything can come. But like, I'll be honest, like, when I look at the gaffers here, bro, like, they haven't seen you lot in the big stage, and I genuinely believe they put you lot there. It was a long day for everyone. And the knowledge that you got in the small side of the scene, you lot are the pioneers, and yeah, man, let's just keep working. Let's keep smashing the small side of the scene, bro.
Amen to that.
But yeah, go on, cut.
So what would you say, Omed? What's your response? What would you say is your input on the tournaments and the teams of today?
So just before we begin, I'd like to thank you both for having me on here. It's an honor and privilege to be with my good friend Ike. We've had our fair share of battles over the years. Just before we begin, I'd also like to offer my condolence to the father of Don Strapsy. Didn't have the privilege of meeting the man, but clearly from what we saw, he's a man of honor, integrity, and heritage. So sorry for your loss. But yeah, to go back to the question, it's changed, man. I mean, when I first came onto the scene, which was probably 2014, 15, didn't really have a solid team like we have now back then. But just watching the scene, it was different. You had 4 or 5 nationals every year. You had a lot more circuit teams compared to what we have now. I would say it's difficult to judge the levels, but I would say from obviously being so young and watching, the level of football back then was very, very high. You know, I'm sure we'll go to name a few of the teams a bit later on in the podcast, but yeah, I think it's changed now. I think it's more, you know, cash tournaments. You don't really get nationals as much as you did before, and you know, for some people it's appealing, you know, to enter these cash tournaments. Depending on what the prize is. I mean, we've always been prize hunters at the end of the day, so we're going to try and enter as many of these tournaments as we can. But yeah, I think it has changed. I feel like it's been diluted a little bit. The honor of having a national, you know, back then it was a big thing, you know, and nowadays, because there is not a lot of nationals, then, you know, the whole circuit talks about, well, what do we classify as a big tournament, you know? So yeah, I think just generically answering, I mean, that would be my thoughts on the tournaments of today.
So moving forward, you both spoke about comparisons to prime time, well, what we call prime time till now. If I was to ask you both a question, like, Ike, you've been in the vibes longer than I have. So if I was to ask you, from you looking and seeing the quality of teams and football now, what years would you say was the hardest, the best football, the best teams? Like, what years would you say?
That's probably easy, without a shadow of a doubt. It was, and I can say this because at that time, I had my best team. To put it into perspective, at that time, the team I had at that time, most of the players, before I switched over to my second phase team, I had players who were all getting paid. Some were practically pro. And when we was competing at that time, there was a team called Top Draw. That was the time when they first entered. Was that 2011?
10.
2010, yeah. So we was competing around about, say, 2007, 2008, and we was very, very good. You know, some of our players was playing abroad. We had a crazy, crazy team. Yeah. And then there was a team called MDU. They're probably the best side that I've ever seen. Shout out to them. And they were literally, you go to a location, a goals location, and they'll come into the bar, and you just knew they were going to win. It was that. I remember there was one tour we played against. It was in the final, and we was 1-0 up against them, and they put the ball down on the centre spot, and it was a minute to go, and they still felt it was going to win. They beat us 2-1. Yeah, they were that good. Yeah. And then Top Jaw rolled up, no kit, scraggy, weed. Am I allowed to say that? Weed. No team talk, just arguing, cussing each other, just shouting at everybody. Yeah. Then they just turned up, and then the gate would close, and then the referee blew the whistle, and then they beat someone 3-0. Yeah. And then the very next game they had us. Yeah. So obviously we was, had our team talk. I'm looking at them, and they're looking at me, and one of their players is looking over, smiling. I looked over, it was this guy. And I'm thinking, why are they smiling? Like, it's a big game. Yeah. Like, it's a proper big game. Yeah. And I remember we had our massive team talk, and then we started the game, and I kid you not, we blinked and we was 3-0 down.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like, the way they would play is they didn't really care about patterns of play, team talk. They just needed the ball. Yeah. And once they got the ball, you're in trouble. They Kurt and Harry, phenomenal. They had 2 defenders that were really, really stuck in. They had a togetherness that they all somehow would manage to defend, even though some of them not defensive, but they would all work as a unit. And for about a 2-3 year period, maybe 4, that side alongside MDU, I mean, I'd be here till tomorrow if I told you stories. Yeah, yeah. And the best way of me comparing is that if I took that team, and I placed them into this generation now, they'd win every tournament. Yeah. Like, and it wouldn't even be close. Crazy. Yeah. It wouldn't even be close. Yeah. Both of them. Yeah. And remember, I'm not being biased because I've been doing it since 2005 till now, and I've been around longer than most. And I've seen the evolution. I've seen great sides. Yeah. Big up Slough. Slough had a little bit of a period. Yeah. Ourselves, we won some. Yeah. And a lot of the guys, funny enough, you probably, Kurt would know. Yeah. I don't know, you will definitely know. Yeah. A lot of the guys who play for me now played for my team 8-9 years ago. So when I heard a comment on another podcast where they said some of us are not friends, I've done a lot of the players that filth for 20 years. So rather than run with narratives, you've got to check your sources first. So
this was even mad to me because, like, obviously I'm new to the scene.
Yeah.
I've probably been like the last 1-2 years. So like when you lot talk about some of these things that you've achieved or like the nationals and stuff like that, I don't even know, like, I don't know what I was doing at those times, innit? Because King of Fans telling me I've been Brazil, I've met Ronaldo, I've been in a different country. You lot have gone to different, like, stadiums to go win finals and just different stuff that you've won, innit? And when I look at it compared to today, it's like, where are all these nationals gone? Like, what's actually happened? Or what caused all of this? Because obviously you just said, like, bro, it was like 5 nationals a year. We'll be lucky to get 1 a year now.
I think there's I wouldn't say for certain, but I think COVID had a lot to do, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah. So I think that where the nationals was prevalent a lot more, I think once COVID hit, and then once it come back out again, I think these big companies aren't investing as much as they would do. Yeah. But I suppose now that the Border League has come out now, in its own way, Border League is now the pinnacle of small-sided football in its own way. Yeah. And it gives players the chance to have a platform higher than ever before. Yeah. It's the highest platform for any player. Yeah. And it just gives players a chance to achieve something on par,
Yeah.
and this is probably controversial, with the professional footballers.
Yeah.
You know, that's just my opinion. You know, like I said, I stand by it. You know, a lot of the guys who are playing in Born League now, you know, they're playing on TV, they're getting paid money every single week.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that they're getting sponsorship outside. Their social media is skyrocketing, some of them. So, and you know, a lot of them are going to be playing abroad soon. So, in its own right, it's now the pinnacle now. And so, you know, that's my perspective on it.
I see you make a noise there, Mo, like when I said, is it because you lot were winning all the nationals that the business is right away? You lot didn't want to share it around.
I just want to hear Omed's Omed's point on his prime time and that, and then I'll get back to
all of our prime times are going to be a bit different. So my prime time, for what I can remember, was probably around 2014, 2015, around that period. When I first came onto the scene, I didn't have the privilege to see Top Draw or MDU, but when I came onto the scene, see, when I look at Kurt, for me, like in my head, I think of West 1-3.
Yes.
When I look at Ike, in my head, I think of Pro Evo. Because that's when I first came onto the scene, and that's when I met these guys. But West 1, for me, West 1-3, the best team I ever saw at five-a-side. Just like what Ike said about, was it top MDU? MDU. When we'd go to a tournament and we'd see West 1-3 is there, and then we'd see my man rock up with his West 1-3 jacket, Saman roll in, George roll in, all these boys coming through it. We knew it was a long day. You know, just to put it into perspective, back then, to even get to a national,
that's a thing.
To even the regionals is probably equivalent to what recent times nationals are now. To just get to a national was a big achievement. And then all the big hitters would be there. You know, for me, you know, West 1-3, IFC, Pro Evo, Slough Scorpions. And back then when we first started, we were like 18, 19. We were like young kids. We were called Dash back then. We didn't even know how big the five-a-side scene was. But for me, that was pure domination, what they did in the five-a-side scene. I mean, I could just see it from, you know, people's reaction. I didn't even know who West 1-3 were when I first came to my first national, but it was like, oh, that's Kurt. It's KO5. It's the back heel king. You know, and I never saw it, but you know, that's what people are telling me. So I would say that phase, and then obviously when West 1-3 stopped playing, for me, the next period of domination that I saw was probably the Slough Scorpions team. You know, they came in, I know Kurt won a few nationals with them as well. And they had a good, you know, couple of years, I'd say 3-4 year period where obviously, you know, Ike was winning nationals in between as well. But I would say that they had a good run at it as well. And then, I think, even before COVID, the national scene was slow. It was slowing down, but I think COVID just killed it. I mean, COVID killed it, and then the next national that we got after COVID was in what, 20? Sorry, it was Burton, wasn't it? Yeah, which was in 22, I think.
22.
22, and then the next one after that
23.
was Lapis.
23,
So that's all we've had since COVID. But those two teams when I first came onto the scene, and that's obviously just to speak a little bit about Slough Scorpions. That was also a reason for us to become a team as well. God rest his soul, Zuf, who was the manager of Slough Scorpions back then.
Legend.
He is a legend in the game, and what he'd done for that club, you know, I don't think it can be repeated again. You know, we lost a gem in the footballing community, five-a-side footballing community, but you know, he had like generations of teams. You know, I'm sure before that Slough Scorpions, you know, back when MDU were there, Top Draw were there, they were competing as well. So they've been around for a long time. But during that period, he just found, you know, a good group of players. And that was also, I would say, another reason for, you know, us creating a team as well. We'd see, you know, we'd walk in on a Wednesday night in Power League and we'd be like, rah, you know, there's a session here, they're training, you know. And it inspired us in a way to, you know, say, you know what, we're going to get involved and we're going to make a team. And obviously it helped us become the players that we are today and do what we have done. And I would say they were probably the original rivals of SL7. But I think since then, you know, squads have changed. You know, a lot of their players, you know, we went, like their goalkeeper has, you know, we went to school together, same year, same classes. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, now it's kind of diluted down. But yeah, for us, speaking personally on behalf of SL7, like they were one of the reasons, you know, why we started playing five-a-side. And then, yeah, because of that, you know, we had the privilege of meeting all these teams and all these players. And so that was my kind of phase when I first entered it into the scene.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I remember seeing like, I'm just new in the game, so I remember thinking like, you lot are just dominating fives. I need to understand what's going on. I went to Ladbrokes 2023, like myself, bro, just rolled up with my camera. I just wanted to see what's going on. How's the team coming there winning 20 grand? And I'm not involved. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it was good to see. Obviously, Slough Scorpions won it that day. Was Zuf still around that time?
Zuf was around.
Yeah,
that was his last one.
Yeah, because I think that's when I actually met him. And
yeah,
like I said, rest in peace, man. Such a humble guy. Had time for me as well. Big him up because I think there was one more tournament after that he came when we linked up with Slough. Yeah. But yeah, like I started to see what you lot are achieving, and yeah, man, it was nice to see, and that's gave me the hunger to come and join you lot. I'll be honest. In terms of nationals and stuff like that, KO5, I still want to win one. But it's like,
when there is one, when there is one,
you get me. But like, yeah, man, I want these competitions to come back. Obviously, it's nice hearing the stories. It's scary because obviously when I think about it, like I think of Ike's team, he's saying he's known his squad for over 9 years and stuff like that. You've known your team for how long? KO5 is 38, and like, you get me. You lot are still dominating now. The young boys can't hang with you lot, and it's crazy just to know that level of IQ, that level of just know-how in the fives is why you lot are still here, why you lot are still dominating. It just allows me to keep learning off you lot, man. So big you lot, innit?
But that's why I don't feel like, my personal opinion, I don't feel like this generation of small-sided football could touch prime time, because you look at the teams that are getting to the final. Yeah. Predominantly, the teams that get into the final, B2R. Players from prime time. Filthy Stars. Players from prime time. Slough Scorpions. Players from prime time. SL7. Players from prime time. Do you understand? Yeah, Dons get to the final. But you got to look. Respectfully, they had Kings. Prime time players. Jumps in. The tournament they just won now. Arj, Dom, Zeus. They're not prime time players, but they come onto the scene just as prime time was kind of dying out. So they know the dynamics of five-a-side. So you ain't getting no new team now dominating. Do you understand? Like, respectfully, when I come onto the scene in 2010, no 38-year-old could play on the pitch with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no man could be sitting there talking the same talk I'm talking now. Like Ike said, MDU, as a team, they're the best team that's ever played five-a-side because they've won the most nationals. They won 26 nationals as a team. Do you understand? Over 20 years. Do you know what I'm saying? So as a team, they're the best team.
And that's, sorry to interrupt you, Kurt. You see what he just said there? They've won 26 nationals as a team. Some teams have won 1 or 2. And look at how they're behaving.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we're going to get onto, because it's like...
it's
like... That's
that put,
That's what I'm saying about... When I went on different podcasts and I'm like, you can't class yourself as the best because you've won 1 national and then there's 49 other tournaments in the year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and you win none of them. Do you get it? Like, so how can you class yourself as the best? And respectfully, like I said, and I'll keep it open, I'm not bothered. Yes, people say I entered the tournament. I did. I entered the nationals. Ladbrokes, I ended with West 1-3. We hadn't played together in 5 years. I didn't go there saying we're going to win. It was a jolly day out. Do you know what I'm saying? I said Slough would win from the beginning. Do you get it? From the change room, I said Slough's going to win this tournament. The next tournament I went to, Filthy asked me to play. About 5 teams asked me to play. I went and played with Montel, the underdogs. Man, them that didn't really know the small-sided football. I went and played for them because winning these nationals now with 8 teams there, 10 teams there, it's not going to add nothing onto anything that I've already done. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So for me, it's like, you look at now and you look back then, That's why I say like, Baller League is great.
Yeah.
But how many man off the circuit play in the Baller League?
Not that many.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like,
Yeah.
it's so the Baller League is great to an extent.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's why I feel like things like this for the people that are not getting recognised, that play small-sided football, should be getting recognised.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So moving forward, is there anything that you two would change to help it getting back to how it used to be? Or do you think it's just the football? Do you think it's different things that make it different to how it used to be?
It's hard. I think there's the one thing that what I would be bring back the nationals and with the big prizes. I think if they brought it back to where it was like 2-3 nationals a year, it gives a lot of the, because in fairness, whilst you mentioned the teams there are a lot of up and coming teams. You got your Cov, you got No Tech, you got Atletico that are trying to get to the same level as what the big teams are at. Yeah. So if they've got 3-4 nationals to aim for, it gives them that drive to try to get there. Yeah. Whereas when you take it away and all you've got to look forward to is the cash element from it or the turbos, it doesn't quite have the same impetus. Yeah. But if they did bring back the nationals, if there's one thing I could change, is bring back the nationals. Yeah. I think with the Baller League, I think that most players' number one priority now is the Baller League now, I think. So that's always going to be a hamper whether nationals are there or not. Because I'll give you an example. If you got someone that's playing in the Baller League now, he's going to play on a Monday. If his training is on a Friday, he's not going to really want to play on a Saturday or Sunday because he's going to save himself for Baller League. Yeah. So with the Baller League now, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because it's there now. So that's what the majority of players will aspire to. But it would be nice if they did bring back the nationals. It would be. Because that's where the small-sided teams could thrive and have their own community in that regard.
Just to add on to what Ike said, back when nationals were around, and I mean this with all due respect, but something like Bexley, it didn't entertain us.
Yeah.
You know, we SL7 and Slough Scorpions entered the Slough Power League, our league. It was just us two right at the end. And then the next time that we tried to enter, we weren't allowed to enter. Yeah. We told the manager why. Yeah. Why can't we enter? He said because none of the other teams want to enter. Because we're just beating at 10, 12, whatever nil. Yeah. So my point is, in terms of competition, where you're really gonna get competition is when these nationals come out. And that's why, although we had all that whole situation with Turbo, I want to bring the Turbo tournaments into this. Yeah. Because although it's not a national, it is a national level competition in the sense that the majority of the big boy teams come. It's what, 20 plus teams.
30.
And 30. And the prize is a national worthy prize. You know, we've entered nationals. Well, when you won the Wow Hydrate, it was a trip to Dubai. A year later, he won it again.
How many times?
So what I'm trying to say is, that's why when those type of tournaments come out, you see all the big boys. Because it's a national worthy prize. But like I think we do need, in order to bring it back up, nationals do need to come back, and you'll see all these teams come back. You know, the major teams, and you know, maybe some of the prime. They're seeing KO5 do that at 38. They're thinking, why not us? So you never see they might come back as well.
But this is the thing that I always said: there is no nationals, and I said this to Ike on phone calls before. There is no nationals. So why ain't man looking at the Turbo tournament, the Trafford tournament, the BL Ballers tournament? Like you say, you get national worthy teams there. So my question is, you got a Ladbrokes National, and that's for £1,000. Forget the 20 grand, it's for £1,000. Ladbrokes National was for £1,000. Then you've got a BL Ballers, that's £5,000. At the National for £1,000, you got 8 teams. At BL Ballers, you got 30 teams. Which one would you rather win?
I agree with you. BL Ballers.
Do you understand? So what I'm saying is that
at the end of the day, we're all prize hunters.
So my point is, people's talking about nationals, and I won a national. Okay. For me, the nationals of today is poor. Yeah. The prize is great. Yeah. Winning your X amount of money is great. But how you've won that. Yeah. Like you say, regionals back then was like a national now. But it ain't, because I've never been to a regional or a national ever in my life, and you've got 8 teams there. Do you understand? I'm not taking away man winning. I'm just talking about the concept of nationals compared to a tournament. My tournament, you get 36 teams there. 36 teams of the hardest teams in the whole of the UK. Battling it out. The prize ain't as good as the national, but it's harder to win. So as a player, would you rather win that or win an 8-team national? That's the point. That's the point I'm getting at. There is no nationals. People go on about nationals. There is none. So you got to look at it now. Like I say, there's one national and 49 tournaments. And out of them 49 tournaments, say 10 to 12 of them, you're going to get 24 to 30 teams there.
Speaking on my own experience, for me, the way, look, we all have families. We all have jobs. We all have work. So when tournaments come up, for me personally, the first thing I'm looking at is, right, what's the price? And like you said, your one, the prize was only £1,000. And to be honest, you probably know this, you never see us entering those type of tournaments. But obviously, because it was KO5, and KO5's my guy, said, no problem, you know, we'll be there.
And it was on your doorstep.
Yeah, those just round the corner. That is another thing. He's right. But just to add to that point, it's, for me, it's all about the prize, isn't it? So that's why you'll see me enter the Turbo tournament, because that's a national level prize. BL Ballers, it was my first time this year. 5K, decent amount of change for us to enter. Obviously, if there are, you know, smaller cash prize tournaments, if they're around, you know, close to Slough, you know, Slough's very far, you know, for a lot of these places, then we'll enter. But for me personally, it's prize. And that's why maybe we might not enter as much as what Bitois enter or Filthy enter. But when the big boys come out, you'll always see us there. I don't know how you see it, but for me, it's about, if the prize is worthy, you see us there.
I think, I don't know, I think I'm nostalgic. I think the Nationals holds a special place for me. But I do agree with Kurt that if a team wins 15 cash tournaments and a team wins 1, you got a team that's won 15 and a team that's won 1. They don't compare. But I've been fortunate enough to have won 2 or 3 Nationals in the past 2-3 years. One of the Nationals, we had to travel to Colchester to win for the Burton one. And then we came down to Burton. We went to Colchester just to qualify. And then we went to Shepherd's Bush and had to play against you guys in the final. Just
to cut him off, you know, back in the days, bro. Now that you say it, for the Kia National, I remember we travelled to Bristol. And not only that, we travelled to Bristol, come out of the car, can we swear? I'm fucking seeing Haas, Rio, Nahe, and I'm like, oh my days, that's Slough Scorpions. So imagine you got 2 teams from Slough. We're thinking, all right, it's the nearest qualifier for us to get to the national, and we're seeing them there. But just to qualify for these nationals, you had to travel Youngs, Birmingham. You know, for the I know it's recent times, but it's just my recent memory of it. For Ladbrokes 2023, had to travel up to Birmingham. I'm sure you had to travel up to Birmingham.
I went to Manchester. So for my journey for the Ladbrokes, for the recent one, the one that Dons won, we went to Manchester to qualify.
Dons?
We'll get to that.
Okay, I've lost my chain of thought. So for that one, we went to Manchester to qualify, and then we didn't qualify. Ironically, Dons won up in Manchester. Then we went to Barnet to qualify, and at Barnet, you was there. How hard was that?
That was tough. That was tough.
So was you at Barnet as well?
Yeah, we were all at Barnet.
That was tough.
So by the time we got So to put it in case how tough it was, by the time we got to the final, our goalkeeper got cramps. I had to go in goal. So that's
crazy.
and then after we qualified,
Yeah.
we thought some of the teams thought they had made it, the ones that had qualified. We then had to then go back to Birmingham to play in the tournament in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So the journey can also be hard, but it doesn't compare to prime time.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
But I still think the Nationals, just the way that the referees are, you don't get silly decisions as well. You don't get people messing you around. To me, it still holds a special place for me. And I'm someone that is also equally at home in winning the turbos as well. So I've won both sides. So I can see both sides. But it'll always hold a special place. Maybe because from the prime time when I came from, winning a national back then was so hard. Like we'd go out, if we won a national, back then we'd go out and we'd party, go out and get drunk. Whereas now, it's okay, on to the next one. But it's gonna hold a special place for me, to be fair.
I don't know about you, KO, but obviously, like, I want to get on to now. You get me?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's get on to the nitty and gritty. We spoke about the prime time and
You get me?
the differences between before and now. So
Yeah.
let's start off with the turbo controversy.
Why did you look at me? Why did you look at me?
You can look at me because we both went through it.
Honestly,
You both,
We both went through it.
honestly.
So-
You want to start?
So we start right at the beginning, innit? So,
big up Turbo.
Yeah, we got
big
Turbo,
one,
man.
big
Putting
one.
on the big tournaments, innit?
yeah, you lot speak for yourself.
Obviously, look, I'll start with myself, innit? Like, obviously, we won the Tunisia one. You get me? We're flying, enter the next turbo one. I think it was this year, February. Everyone's already seen, man. I want to like cut it short because let's get to Omed's one. But yeah, obviously, got to the final against Scorpions. Everyone's seen the penalty. Zeus took a hit top bins. And for me, like Turbo being on the pitch and saying no goal, I thought it was mad, didn't it? Like,
Bro, this is no filter, bro. So I'm going all the way. The man said no. It's on camera, bro. It's on camera.
Nah.
And trust me, I'm gonna slow it down myself
Yeah.
and send it in. So when man's talking, the referee did not have a clue.
Yeah.
You see Turbo look over and say no goal.
Bro.
The referee goes no goal. Come on, bro. Like it's no filter. I'm not here to wrap certain things up in cotton wool. The man said no. The man didn't want us to go back and win back to back.
Listen,
That
bro,
would be crazy.
He didn't want us
I
to
thought
go
about
back.
that this
Yeah, he
morning,
didn't. He
you
don't
know.
want us to go back to back, bro, in this
we
tournament.
would have done back-to-back Turbo.
So, but for Slough, the area of Slough, we both would have had back to back.
That's the truth. That's
Or 2 turbos
that's,
each.
that's the truth. So like, yeah, man. Like, obviously, bro, going through all of that, you get me. Yeah, even after that, I posted some content. Like, yeah, referees were calling me saying, "Bro, I'm gonna sue you and all this." I said, "Bro, like, look at that. You hit top bins, bro. You don't want to just admit you made a mistake." But getting to you, Omed, they said you lot were fighting for £30. What's going on? What's going like? What happened there? Because obviously, yeah, man. Like the I was there. You get what I'm saying? I thought it was unfair. You get what I'm saying? I voiced my opinion to Turbo, but you say it, bro. Like
I watched it. I was away in it. I watched it, and I'm not gonna lie. Even I was screaming, going, "What the hell is going on here?"
Before I give my opinion,
yeah,
I just want to shout out the opinions of the other team who recorded it on that day.
yeah,
I think Final Third released some footage. JR Twins released some footage.
They got final third.
yeah,
Roots put a post up
Yeah.
of it. Just look at the comments.
yeah,
So just to go back to what happened, obviously, yeah, Taff scored a screamer. Shout out Taff,
Come on,
unbelievable player, unreal. Scored a screamer. My boy Dom
yeah,
scored the equaliser. The game's gone into pens.
yeah,
Now, yeah, the penalty shootout started. It's come for me to take a pen. I've put the ball down on the floor.
Yeah.
One step, clean. And you know me, Care, I don't really take penalties, innit?
yeah,
But one step, clean.
yeah,
But I took it before the whistle.
yeah,
Now, we've all played 11 aside here. We've all played 5 aside, 6 aside, 7 aside.
yeah.
The ref will always say, wait for my whistle.
Right.
If I pick that ball up and kick it off the pitch,
Yeah,
what should happen is bring the ball down, caution me,
yeah,
bring the ball down and take it again.
yeah, yeah,
The game, how can the rules of a game be implemented
yeah,
before the game has started? It makes no sense.
yeah,
So obviously taking it, scored it,
yeah,
and you see G with his usual antics, you know, running up to the ref, trying to intimidate him, saying, so it's not a goal, he took it before the whistle.
Yeah.
You can see on the footage, the ref clearly says, retake.
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Sorry to interrupt you. If go back to that moment, if the referee, because for me, when the referee had said retake, because we could all go around in circles and debate about it, but for when the referee himself has said retake, it doesn't matter what you think or I think, you got to retake it. Yeah? But if the referee had said no retake, would you have accepted the referee's decision?
Of course. I would have been aggrieved with it.
Yeah.
It's nonsense.
Wait, hold on. What happened in your final?
Yeah.
The ref, Turbo got involved, but the ref said, no, you accepted it.
Yeah.
The ref, the first thing he said is retake.
Yeah.
And then all I see is before man like Turbo walks in, hold on, I've never seen it in a tournament where you've got two refs reffing one game. Yeah. And then I find out the other ref is the ref at Bexley Heath for the Dons, and he's a fanboy.
He's a fanboy.
I found this out later, and I saw it on the footage. He's gone.
We got man in the middle.
Sorry, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, but it shouldn't be like that. You've got one ref, he makes the decision. Yeah. So I don't understand why there's two refs on the pitch. Yeah. Now he's walked with Turbo to the initial ref. Yeah. First of all, Turbo, what are you doing on the pitch? Go organise the tournament. You got nothing to do with this. Yeah. You know, he's walked in. They've had a conversation in the corner. Yeah. Man like G's walking around with his chest pumped out, looking angry. I don't know why he was angry. Do you know? And then they come back and they're like, that's it. The game's finished. You're out. Yeah. So obviously, we were aggrieved. We've had a conversation with Turbo. We're like, your ref has said it. Yeah. Not only that, shout out Musa Balm, shout out Money, shout out KP. Yeah. They all came onto the pitch and said, what are you on about? Yeah. The ref said it's a retake. Yeah. So why are you influencing this game? Yeah. And then just to talk about that £30 situation, it was about 30 quid, but what it was obviously me and Turbo were having a conversation. Yeah. I thought, right, Turbo, all I said was, and I said it just out of here, I said, all right, return me my money or let me retake it. Yeah. But I swear to you, Owen, I didn't think for 1 second he's going to say, take the money back. Yeah. Right, it's just a penalty. Yeah. He was like, all right, I'll give you your money back. Crazy. So for me, in my head, I'm thinking, raw, the Dons are worth almost £300 for this guy. Yeah. I was like, nah, that's violation. Yeah. Because let's be real, the Dons, with their platform, winning his tournament, it's good for Turbo. You know, it's good for Turbo. Yeah. But I'm not going to accept it being at the expense of my team. Yeah. You know, we had a difficult run to get there. Yeah. Yeah. How can I tell the man that we lost the tournament without losing a single game? Yeah. 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 It makes no sense. Yeah. And it's not even that penalty would have won it for us. Yeah. Well, the penalty shoot, I was just going to keep going. Yeah. But just to add on to the point, that the level of refereeing, and this is the second incident that's happened. Yeah. You know, forget what I'm saying. Yeah. Just look at the comments. Yeah. Just look at the votes. Yeah. Just look at the footage that's come out. All these teams are saying it should have been a retake. Yeah. Now, I know the Dons have said certain things, but obviously they're gonna say something to create this agenda to protect themselves.
Did you get checked? Because I heard that you had to get checked.
Who's gonna check me, Owen, man? No one can check me, bro.
What's loud on it? Circle.
Thank you. But no, I know what remark you're talking about. Yeah. You got to understand with this is what I mean. Like back in prime time, or even just after prime time, let's just say teams, we had rivalries, but we had respect. Yeah. Thank you. I never wanted KO5 to beat me. I never wanted Ike to beat me. There was a rivalry on the pitch. Yeah. But once the whistle blew, bro, it was handshakes and hugs. Yeah. Pause. But you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Bro, as soon as like the Dons, I classify them as a YouTube team. When the cameras come on, it's a different persona, man. Yeah. No one's checking me, bro. Yeah. I put a post up to say, these men ain't from South. Yeah. And just to address that situation, Haas got sent off towards the end of the game. I think there was like 2 minutes left. Yeah. He got sent off. And obviously the penalty shootouts were starting, and they were complaining that, we want Little Hass to take a pen. It's a sin bin, not a red card. Which I said, fairs. Bro, I went up in front of him to the ref and I said, because I don't want no excuses, kid. I don't want no excuses. I said, listen, let him take a pen. We're okay with it. We've got no problems. Let him take a pen. It's a sin bin, they're right. Yeah. And for me, you see, they always talk about being men of honor, men of integrity. If I lose, I want to lose the fair way. I don't want to go out. I'm not going to sit there. I never said once that I want the Dons to go beg the ref to allow us to retake it. No. That should have been a retake. Just say it. If he didn't change his decision, fair enough, I would have said, you know what, you guys are men of honor, are men of integrity. So that's why I put a post up to say these men ain't from South. And it was just a DM conversation. No one checked, no one, brother. He messaged me, we had a frank conversation. This is what I'm trying to say. When the cameras are on, it's a different persona. But behind the scenes, we've never had issues. I've never had. How can there be a rivalry between us when, every time we played them, especially in finals, we've beaten them? I don't classify that as a rivalry. But it's facts, though. It's facts. So off the pitch, it's all, it's all cool. The respect is there.
Because I heard they don't rate SL7.
Right. Well, they've lost 2 finals to me. And you know what? It's on their YouTube page. Go out and check it out.
Do you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's the club as a whole. It's one man. Oh, shut up. Big man.
20 the bullet shield. 20
Big man.
The shield.
Man, then what's the podcast called? Back to reality.
I hear,
Bro, I'm just keeping it real. It's one man talking for himself. That's the way I see it. I don't feel like he's talking for the brand or talking for other people. It's one person's comment, which me, who I am in five-a-side, I would never say the remarks that people are saying.
Refresh my memory. Sorry to cut in. What major have they won?
Let's get into it, bro. Obviously.
No, let's get into it. No, because they're saying they don't rate certain man on the seed. They don't rate the teams on the seed. So address it. I don't want to make this a podcast about them.
No, that's what I was going to say. This podcast ain't about it's them. Just that respectfully, when certain man are saying certain things from your brand and man haven't had the platform to address it, this is what we're addressing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not every podcast is going to be talking about the Dons or what certain man in the team are saying or whatever, because respectfully, Strapsy's going through certain things with him, and I pay my respects, and I don't want him to think that, well, man's making a podcast and talking about us. It's not about you as a whole. It's just, you got to take it as a respect thing, because you're having rivalries and you're having certain things with majority of the teams on the circuit.
And also as well, to be frank, you've got B2R, you've got SL7, you've got Filthy. So that conversation is going to go there naturally anyway.
Because
so again,
feel like that one person, and I'll say it, no filter, when Oz is going on podcasts and saying he don't rate no one, he don't rate no team, there is some good players. Like, respectfully, bro, and I'll keep it real, no filter. Oz is a fantastic football player. I've played in the same team with him. People might have a different opinion, but I'm not going to come in here and change it because I left the Dons. I said on the first Roots podcast, he's one of my favourite players when I kicked with him. And he is one of them players that can go into a Filthy, go into an SL7, come into a B2R and do a job. I will not take that away from him. But you ain't done nothing to be making these statements about rating anyone, rating teams, and because, again, this ain't no shots at the Dons. I'm just replying to what he said. If you didn't rate no one, you're winning every tournament you enter. Do you know what I'm saying? If you didn't rate no teams, you're winning every tournament that you enter.
Let's get into it in terms of, like, you said they ain't won nothing in it. And I want to understand, like, what do you mean by that? Because obviously,
Let's get to
when we talk about the top 5 teams, they put themselves first, Filthy second, they put King second, I think, Filthy third, or it was Filthy and then first, then Kings, and then obviously B2 fourth, and then obviously SL7 or Scorpions.
They put SL7 third.
I can't remember. Maybe
What it was, they put them first,
Yeah.
Filthy second,
Yeah.
SL7 third.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then they
SL7
just
third.
about put B2 fourth.
Yeah.
Then they just about put Slough fifth.
That's right. Obviously, from my perspective, I just keep it brief, innit? Like, there were loads of tournaments in it. For me, if you were entering one tournament and I went to the national, I believe that I won a lot of tournaments that were, in terms of level, equivalent to that last 8 that I was seeing in it. But obviously, I will never downplay a national. But I done it with my team. I made sure we went back to back to back. We were there. We were constant. We put our neck on the line. That's why I got massive respect for Ike, because I always see you there too. But yeah, like we put our necks on the line. But yeah, like, well, why do you say no major?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You just spoke about the Ladbrokes.
Yeah.
So who won the Ladbrokes?
Dons.
Don Kings. I saw 2 logos. That's why.
What?
No.
I'm gonna fall on the floor.
Listen,
There was 2 logos on the shirt. Man.
You've been to God knows how many nationals. You've been to God knows how many nationals. I've been to God knows how many nationals. Where have you ever seen a shirt with 2 badges on it? Have you ever seen that? Have you?
No.
Now, my eyes don't deceive me.
Yeah.
My eyes don't deceive me.
Yeah.
If we go through that team, is it Oz? I associate him with the Dons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've played against Primetime Kings.
Yeah.
Little Hass.
Yeah.
Toby Coker.
Yeah.
Rio.
Yeah.
Tox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Malik?
Yeah.
Malachi.
Yeah.
So everybody in that team was Kings.
Yeah.
Why are they downplaying what Kings did just because of one player?
Yeah.
It's like when you went and played for Slough Scorpions, when you lot won the People's Cup, you didn't say you were done with West 1-3.
Yeah.
We still associated you with West 1-3.
Yeah.
But you went and played, one player went and played with Slough Scorpions. You won the national.
Yeah.
Are we saying that's West 1-3 Scorps?
Yeah.
Or Slough West 1-3? It makes no sense. They're using the success for that tournament, the success of Kings, what they did, and they're just jumping on the bandwagon and saying, "Yeah, we've won it."
Yeah.
It's one player.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It's one player. The closest that the Dons, got to a national was when they played Filthy at Wow Hydrate, where KO5 officially said, "I'm a Dons player." Back then,
Brad.
they had Brad,
Oz,
Big
G,
Big G, Lefty.
Colton.
So these are all players that you would associate with SE Dons.
Yeah.
So it's a Kings national. They've won the national.
Okay.
One player doesn't make it SE Dons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, I could disagree.
I'm sure you've won plenty of nationals with one player in your team. Does that mean that that's it? That's 2 teams together?
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't work like that, Ike. It never has.
Yeah.
You know,
What did they enter? I can't remember. What did they enter the day at? Did they say, was it called Don Kings on the day, or was it called Dons?
I remember when I made the video.
No, it's called Don Kings.
If you
On
see
the
the
day,
check,
was it
on the
called
check-
Don
on-
Kings on the
on
day?
the check, it says Don Kings.
So one player equates
Yeah,
for the whole of it. Shouldn't. It doesn't work like
Like,
that.
at the end of the day, look, big up them for winning it.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out Kings.
Yeah. Obviously, we ain't got that much time left. I want to quickly wrap it up. There was a conversation in terms of like, if we were to compare the top 5 teams now, obviously, I would put, I have my perspective of the top 5. Obviously, you guys have yours, but the top 5 are the top 5. When the Roots called me and said the top 10, I'll be honest to you, if you're not in the top 5, it's kind of irrelevant to me. Because genuinely, we make these finals, we play each other all the time. When there are these tournaments where all of us are there, them other 5 ain't winning. So, like, I just want them just to be known, innit?
I've got one question to answer all 3 of you, to be fair, but go on, carry on.
Yeah, so that's so I just want to clear out that point with the top 10 thing that everyone was saying. please, we're not doing top 10. I don't have a top 10. When Roots was just asking my opinion, I feel like the next 5 can always like change. But like, if you're not in that top 5, because I believe everyone's achieved a lot in terms of that top 5. And when all these teams are in that tournament, them other 5 ain't winning, or the other 15. So I just want to clarify that.
Facts.
But listen, when you go to the top 5, we're talking Premier League. Who would you say these teams are? So you got B2R, Starz League, SL7, Scorpions, and Dons. Let's just end it on this one. Who would you say they are?
Oh, okay, so
Oldest first.
I'll start. Okay, okay, so I would say, have I got to say why? I'll just say who do I, and that's it. Move on.
No, just who you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say B2R are Man City. Briefly, because 2024 they won the most, and over a 4-year period, Man City have won the most. So that kind of, and then obviously, you know, they've got the big content. Look at we're here now on the BTR podcast. They've got the whole shebang.
Just to stop you, just do the other teams and leave your own team out.
I'm
Let
gonna
us say about it.
Alright, cool.
So that's that one.
Yeah.
Then I would say SL7 are Arsenal. Purely because it does pay me to say it, but I believe they play the most attacking football. So I would also say Slough would be Chelsea because of their style, and they've got the history to back it as well. I would say Dons would be Liverpool. Give them that respect. And finally, I would say No Tech would be Newcastle. I think they're up and coming.
Yeah.
Them and Cov are the 2 up and coming teams. So that's
What you
my
saying,
5.
Ahmed?
So yeah.
I would say, yeah, so let's start off with B2R. I'd say B2R Sheikh Mansour or Sheikh Owen. They've come onto the scene. They've grabbed up who they needed to grab up, and they've done their thing. They've won their tournament. So, and they've been consistent at it as well. Yeah. So I would say, yeah, I would say filthier Chelsea.
Yeah,
you know they've got history. They've won major tournaments. Yeah, might have a little quiet period, and then bang, they win a big one, and they're back on. Do you know what I mean? Right. That's what filthy do. Yeah. I would say Slough Scorpions. They've been around for a lot. They're like one of the old school teams. So history, pedigree. You know, they're on something like 7-8 nationals. Yeah. So I would say they're Liverpool. Yeah. And then the Dons, I would say, I'd say they're Newcastle. Think about it. Think about it. They've got money. In the sense that Newcastle got money. They sign who they want. They can. Yeah. That's what the Dons do. They've just come on. Yeah. They've won that tournament. Was that 2K tournament? and they won the Carabao Cup. Yeah. So I would say, but you can't say they're Liverpool. You can't say they're City. Yeah. You can't say they're Arsenal. You can't say they're Tottenham. You can't. You can't say they're. So where would you? So
that national, you just 100% don't.
That's Kings.
Okay, then fair.
Jesus.
That's Kings. Like King. Yeah, that for me. Yeah. That's Kings. Yeah. And shout out IFC. I would say that they're United.
Sleeping Giants.
Giants.
Shout out Terry.
So shout out Terry. I got mad love and respect
shout out Lego as well.
Yeah,
good guy.
Shout out Lego as well. Yeah. But yeah, if we're placing United with IFC, but yeah, I mean,
that's actually a good one. IFC United.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. No, listen, boys, I gotta thank you for coming down. Look, them answers are like crazy. That's just too funny. Like obviously Newcastle, bro. But listen, he got his logic. And everyone's like, everyone can have their opinion. That's why there's no filter. You know what I mean? Look, some people will agree with it. Like me, I remember I made a And like I said, this ain't like a Dons video. It's like, this is about the scene, innit?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, we had a rivalry with them. And I made a video where I said, bro, what have they won? Blah, blah, blah. And I kind of stated some of those things that you're saying. But, bro, like, they are still, to me, obviously, one of the best in the scene.
100%.
When they got the strongest side, it is a long day. Like, they are competing with all of us.
Just to
Can I ask you one question
Yeah.
before we go? Okay.
Yeah.
Just in your opinion,
Yeah.
which are two teams outside of the top 5 that you feel up and coming that could potentially be good in 6 months' time? In your opinion, two teams.
That's a good question. Let me just go first, innit? I would say No Tech.
One.
I'm hearing so No Tech got the Saudi money. They got
They got Raj, my guy.
The squad is big,
Yeah.
but they have got quality players that are like, you know what I'm saying? I seen it. I came up against them in the All Nations tournament. Very good side.
Yeah.
And then another one. Like, I'm just gonna say, let me just say All Nations. You know what I'm saying? I'll just like big up All Nations. Obviously, they are there and like they still competing. They're winning these other tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're still there to win them, like a big one where all of us are there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say them too, innit? No
That'll be
Tech.
a while,
Like,
but
But yeah, what about you?
For me, if I'm going on teams, like the same team, not bringing in no players, I'd say Athletic Midlands.
Yeah, good shout.
Sure.
I can see
Kit
them
Plug, big up.
because they've big up KP. They've been doing big things, getting to semis, getting to the final against the Dons in the last tournament. So I'd say they're a team that could become a force to reckon with.
Yeah.
And the second team, I would say, for me, it's out of No Tech and All Nations. But again, it depends what team they bring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like,
if you had to kind of pick one out of the two, that could break into the top 5.
No filter, Kurt.
Break into no filter, I'd say No Tech.
Yeah.
I'd say No Tech.
Yeah.
Just based on the players that they have and the experience in players that they have compared to All Nations. Not saying that they couldn't break into the top 5, but I feel like it would take them a lot longer, especially losing Adrian to the Dons. I feel like that's a big loss for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If he was still there and they built the team around him, I feel like they could break into the top 5 real quick.
Omed, last but not least, before they
I
wrap
would
it up.
say, just quickly, I'd say, from obviously when we've played them a few times, I'd say SBA.
Yeah.
I've
Very
just
good
started
side,
entering tournaments, and every time I've seen them, when we played them in the round of 16, it was a hard match.
Yeah.
And I'd also say, I'd agree with Kurt, I'd say Athletic Midlands, just to, shout out somebody from that region. I think they're going to be also difficult.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be a team to look out for as well.
No, listen, those are some big sides coming up and coming. Big up Kit Plug. I want to thank you guys for coming down. Listen, coming all the way to Barking, you know what I'm saying, seeing us boys. I appreciate it. Listen, this is the B2R podcast. No filter, back to reality. I got to thank you guys. Big up KO5, the king. And yeah, man, you're going to see loads of this kind of content. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to work, man. Cool. Thank you, boys, yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
I can't wait to watch it.
Thank you.